You meet this one person and your body goes. But after some weeks, months, years, it's gone. And you ask yourself, why? Wasn't it meant to be? Am I not really able to love somebody? Why did it go away? If you know what I'm talking about, then keep watching this video and I will tell you why this happens and why this always will happen. Let's take a casino, the lottery and social media for example. What do all these three things have in common and why am I talking about them in a video about love? Well, the reason for that is because they all make your brain release crazy amounts of dopamine.
Oh, good.
But not because of the fact that we necessarily like these things, I mean, besides of love maybe, but because of the unexpected. We don't know what to expect. So dopamine gets only released by your brain when something unexpected and positive happens. You buy a lottery ticket because who knows, you might actually win. You go into a casino because who knows, you might actually win the jackpot. This is exactly what triggers the dopamine release in our brain. And this brings us to the topic of today's video. Love. I think it's not a big surprise that we as human beings are addicted to dopamine. I mean, the more the better. That's literally the definition of an addiction. So what happens when you actually fall in love with somebody? Well, your brain literally releases endless amounts of dopamine because you constantly think about that person and you think about things that you and that person can do together in the future, like holidays, marriage, kids maybe. You see where I'm going? You constantly think about things that haven't happened yet. You think about things that might happen in the future. You don't know what might happen in the future. It's unexpected and unknown. And this is what excites you.
Oh yes.
Now, the more time we spend with that person and the more things we actually already experienced together with that person, the less things are actually unexpected and unknown. And that's the point where your dopamine levels fall down to zero. Suddenly, you don't feel so crazy in love anymore. You don't have to spend every second with that person anymore. And you just don't get this thrill that you got at the beginning. And that's the point where most breakups happen, where both sides start to chase the next dopamine rush, the next big love. But the thing is, even if they find the next big love, it will still come down eventually to the same situation because once again, that's how our brain works. You don't get that crazy dopamine rush anymore. You don't want that partner anymore. Simple as that. However, real love is more than just a temporary rush of dopamine. If you really love a person, you genuinely respect and value them, you enjoy having them in your life, experiencing beautiful things, but also not so beautiful things together. The reason why there are so few real relationships nowadays is because our brains are so used to the quick dopamine rush. I mean, think about it. You go on social media, you smoke cigarettes, you drink alcohol, all these things make your brain go, yeah boy. So when you don't get the same experience from your partner, why stay with them? However, once again, real love is way more than that and you really should be aware of that because if you won't be aware of that, you might actually lose a lot of people that have been very, very important to you just because you will always end up chasing the next dopamine rush, the next big love, which is kind of an illusion. So instead of constantly living in this illusion, tell your partner right now like, hey, I love you from the bottom of my heart and thank you so much for always being there for me, even if things aren't that perfect sometimes. Now, if you want to give me a quick dopamine rush, then please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Check out this video next. See you next time. Bye bye.